Today we have breaking news to discuss, not just across the Padres spectrum, but also baseball, period, as Manny Machado blatantly admits, I'm opting out after this season. How's it going, everyone? My name is FamedFriar. Welcome back to another video where today we're going to be talking about Machado opting out. I'm going to break this down from his perspective, the Padre team perspective, and of course, me being a Padres fan, my perspective, because let's be honest, this did kind of hurt a little bit. I know it was expected by a lot of people, but it did hurt. Guys, if you're yet to hit that subscribe button, I highly recommend you do so. Same thing with that like button. We are posting videos daily almost talking about the San Diego Padres and baseball, period. Let's go ahead and discuss this bad news. So I'm going to intro it out by playing the clip of Machado talking about it, and then I'm going to go with my feelings and my reactions afterwards.
You going to be a Padre next year, you think?
Am I going to be a Padre next year?
2024?
I mean, so far this year I'm a Padre, but who knows after next year? I know, obviously the team knows where I stand in my situation, and with the opt-out coming, and I think I've expressed that I will be opting out after this year. I mean, that's it's a lot of money out there. It's a lot of money out there, and these owners are making a lot of money, and we're bringing a lot of money too. We're having fun out there. We're having a good time, and we're filling up the seats. So, I mean, it's all business, and these are things that happen. The markets change. From when I signed, 5 years ago, it's changed tremendously. So, things change and evolve, and as a player that's about to opt out, it's pretty good to see.
Not the kind of contract you can see yourself signing?
I mean, hopefully. I mean, that's why I paid my agent for some money, huh?
What about a couple of the contracts that didn't get signed, the offers the Padres made to Turner and Judge?
They made the decision. I mean, I think ultimately everyone has an opinion on things. I know where Turner stood. I think Judge was never going to leave New York, but I mean, just seeing those offers out there just kind of tells you where a team stands. Obviously he wants to win and he has money to pay, so he's going to do everything possible to put a good team out there.
So that was the clip, and the biggest thing for me, right off the bat, I'm going to say this. Whether you care about him, whether you're expecting him to opt in, whether you're expecting him to opt out, the fact of the matter is the most important thing is this. The way he handled it was, in my opinion, on the more unprofessional side. I think if you are a team as competitive as the San Diego Padres, you need distractionless baseball. And Manny Machado saying he's going to opt out creates a distraction. I just don't like it. I don't like the way he handled it. I think it was unprofessional. And don't get me wrong, I think Manny's been very professional in his time in San Diego. Definitely the most professional part of his career. But for whatever reason, he gave up this time. I mean, saying things like, I'm going to opt out. Let's see what the market looks like. Stuff like that. I get that. The market's different. It's all true. But as a leader of a clubhouse, like he's supposed to be, like everyone calls him the captain, you aren't supposed to handle things that way. You're supposed to be more professional about it. It's, my focus is the San Diego Padres because that's what his focus should be. My focus is what we can do this year. Once we get to that bridge, we'll talk about it once we get to that bridge and we'll cross it. It was kind of not really that. At least that's not how the media portrayed it to be. The media portrayed it to be Manny Machado wants to leave San Diego. I don't necessarily think it means he wants to leave San Diego, but it's like, come and get me with money, at least in my opinion, from the clips that we saw. And I understand that. Everyone wants more money. I understand wanting more money. I get it. But as a leader and a captain, it just doesn't make sense. You don't hear about Derek Jeter begging for pay raises. You don't hear about Jason Varitek begging for pay raises. Yet again, that was a long time ago, and we're in a different time period now. But it's just like, it's like a matter of how much of a captain is this guy. And I get the argument, hey, xanderbogaerts wanted a pay raise. I get that. I understand that. He was a free agent, whatever. I can understand that. And he got brutally embarrassed by the Red Sox. I mean, 90 million is brutally embarrassing for xanderbogaerts. 120 is brutally embarrassing for xanderbogaerts. He got 280 from the San Diego Padres. But it wasn't like he was saying, hey, I'm going to opt out, or hey, I don't want to, using that type of wording coming into the offseason last year. I don't remember any clips of xanderbogaerts being like that. I think it creates a very me persona, and this is the Manny Machado that was known to be before he came to San Diego. and then he changed his image once he came to San Diego, and now it's like that Manny Machado that kind of like arrogant punk that some people called him, I'm not saying I'm calling him that, is showing through right now. You know, this is what Manny being Manny was supposed to be, you know, and I get that, but it felt like he changed his persona. He became a leader. He put himself after the team, but this was a very me statement, I statement, and it hurt. As a fan, it hurt. And to be honest, I'm not going to try to take this personally. I'm really not. I understand where he's coming from, but at the end of the day, the clip that resonates for me the most is when he got in the fight with Tatis. He said, "It's not about you. You go out and play fucking baseball." Manny Machado has not lived by that. It's kind of seems like it's about him. And of course, he's still going to go out and play baseball. But it's, in my mind, it's more important to win a World Series than money. And I guess Manny Machado does not have that same mind frame. He's deserving of a pay raise. Of course he is. I'm not going to disagree with that. But Nolan Arenado opted in. It really gave me false hope. And I really respect Nolan Arenado for his opt-in. Now, Manny Machado didn't do that. He didn't opt in. He's not planning on opting in as of now. And he kind of embarrassed us in the media, you know? He tried to bury us in a sense where he was like, when they come to the table, we'll talk. But it's like, you play baseball. I understand $30 million a year is not enough. You deserve more. I agree. But let's focus on winning this year before we get there. That's my biggest takeaway. Whether he's a Padre next year, whether he opts in, whether he opts out and re-signs here, whether he signs with, I don't know, the Mets, whether he signs with the team in Japan. The focus is the 2023 San Diego Padres. This is the best team this city's ever had. And it just seems like he's creating a distraction before the year even starts. I thought it was very inappropriate of Manny Machado, but that's my personal take on it all. Now, from the business perspective, once again, I understand Manny Machado. I completely agree. You want more money. I get it. I just think it was inappropriate the way he's handled it so far, and it makes me not look up to him as much of a leader of the team as we thought he was. Now, he's going to get that money. The question is whether it's going to be in San Diego, whether it's going to be with the Mets, whether it's going to be with the Marlins. Who knows what team? That's not what we're focused on. He's getting the money. We know this. He's going to get $35 million a year probably. Now let's kind of discuss what the Padres need to do with this. Obviously, the Padres want to keep Machado. I'm not giving Machado 10 years, $400 million, though. We've basically taken up most of his prime seasons. He's in the back half of his career now for sure, and I get it. He wants to play to be Nelson Cruz age. He said that in a quote. But is he going to be worth $40 million a year at Nelson Cruz age? No. I think if you can get him for $340, that's about my max line. That's in my opinion, not my money. I get it. Everyone comments that, not my money. But if I was playing the GM, if I was the owner, I would say, hey, 340 is the most I can do. And don't get me wrong, the person that's going to miss out the most, in my opinion, if they don't come back to San Diego is Manny Machado. We can still extend Juan Soto. We can sign Shohei Ohtani if we want to. We have the money to spend if he leaves. We have the money to spend if he stays. It'll be interesting to see what direction it all goes. This is 100% just my personal take on all of it. I get it if you don't agree with me. I understand, but this is my defense for Manny Machado, my defense for the San Diego Padres, and my personal frustration with the situation. That's going to wrap up this video, though, guys. Guys, comment down below your opinions on Manny Machado saying he's going to opt out. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys all in a video very, very soon. Peace.